trying to dig it out. Does for Hossa. Marian Hossa back to the line. Keith the shot scores! Duncan Keith
Take my
with
town, take my chance, bring it on,
to take game one in overtime.
my two hands, bring it on, ain't nobody gonna slow
Hello
me down.
and welcome to a very special playoff edition of our Four Feathers. Blackhawks are facing off against the Nashville Predators and they are leading 2-1 in this series. Of course, the Blackhawks won in double overtime in game 1, 4-3. They lost 6-2 in the second game of the series and most recently just won 4-2 against the Nashville Predators in the United Center. Now let's take it to our Four Feathers to find out what's been happening in this last week of Blackhawks hockey. My first green feather is more of a relief feather for Scott Darling, who's been absolutely fantastic for the Blackhawks since coming off the bench in relief for Corey Crawford in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Scott Darling currently has 77 saves on 79 shots in his 6.5 periods of play since coming in relief in Game 1. He has a .975 save percentage in that time. That's astronomical. Patrick Kane, just the fact that Patrick Kane is back already after only 7 weeks of recovery time from his broken clavicle is fantastic. Not to mention the fact that he currently has 3 points, a goal, and 2 assists in his 3 games back. My yellow feather of caution goes to splitting up Duncan Keith and Seabrook. Now putting Roosevelt with Keith and Timonen with Seabrook increases the time of those players and increases the type of coverage that Duncan Keith has to then do for the misplay of Michael Roosevelt, and also in the same instance for Brent Seabrook with Kimmo Timonen. Now, what you could do is pair Kimmo Timonen with somebody, hopefully not Michael Roosevelt, and give them about 12 to 15 minutes per ice, or minutes per game, and then you can split the rest of that time between the top 4 defensemen for about 22.5 minutes per game, which is less than what they are currently skating. It saves them and increases the type of defense that the Hawks are playing. My red feather is Corey Crawford. I really hate to admit this, but he's given up 9 goals in 4 periods. It's completely unlike him. He has been phenomenal in the playoffs, except for this year. My other red feather is going to Coach Q. The Q definitely stands for questionable. Now, in the 3 games already, he's done such things as benching Antoine Vermette for the first 2 games of the series. He's benched Tavo and given increased time to Versteeg, Brad Richards, and Andrew Shaw, who have a combined 2 points in 3 games. Also, the extended and infinite leash of Michael Roosevelt, who can apparently do no harm, is also killing the Blackhawks. Quinville, take a deep breath. Just stick to the basics, put your best players out there. My orange feather of statistical oddity is going to Scott Darling's shutout streak. Scott Darling had 83 minutes and 3 seconds of shutout play, which is the longest in Blackhawks franchise history for a goalie to start his playoff career. Thank you once again to all of our fans and all of our followers for making an absolute dream of me doing this show come true. Be sure to send us your questions to my Twitter handle, @Kress Jr, or our City on the Take Twitter handle, @City on the Take. Ask questions and maybe yours could be answered on one of our episodes. Thank you for following us, like us on Facebook, and remember, let's go Hawks.